Alright guys, here's the next collection video that I promised you guys, and now it's my original Game Boy collection. Now I first want to point out that it's definitely not quite as impressive as my NES collection where I have over, 100 games. Here I actually have significantly less than that, but they're all, really good games, and I thought I would take the time to show you guys, so hope you guys enjoy. First thing I obviously want to show you is my Game Boy right here. This is the original 1989 black and white pea soup display model. Mine works perfectly fine. Occasionally I have to blow in the cartridges once in a while, but not that much. So yeah, the sticker's still on there. I'm surprised about that. And even the link cable port thing, that little cover there, is still on there after all these years. I'm really surprised about that, so that's kind of cool. I really like the original Game Boy as well, just as much as the NES, but the thing with this, I actually got this before I got my NES, and I got a couple of games for it, and then maybe a couple months later my birthday came, and my dad got me an NES for my birthday. So I never really expected that, so I basically just kind of forgot about the Game Boy a little bit. So I really want to grow this collection a lot more, just because I really do like the Game Boy a lot. It's just that I kind of forgot about it. So yeah, great system. So totally gotta buy one of these eventually. So I'm gonna get to the games right now. So I'm gonna start here in this stack. I don't have too many, like I said before. So these first two are technically Game Boy Color games, but they're the black cartridge, so they will play in this. So I'm just gonna get those out of the way. The first one I have to show you here is Ms. Pac-Man. Basically Pac-Man with a bow. Really nothing too different from, regular Pac-Man, but it's good old Ms. Pac-Man on the go, so really nothing too fancy about that one. Next one here, the last Game Boy Color game I have here, Super Breakout. A very simple Pong type game, really. It's fun, but I mean, using a digital control instead of like a paddle or something, this game really isn't that exciting, but it's fun for a couple minutes, let's just say that. Now, the rest of these are actual original Game Boy games, so they're not in any real order. They're just the order I grabbed them off the shelf. So, the first one I have here is Donkey Kong Land. Now, I heard a lot of great things about this series, so I wanted to pick up the first game, so I did. It actually really disappointed me, believe it or not, because the thing with this particular game, one thing you need to know about the Game Boy too, it can only display 4 shades of gray on the screen at once. So, the reason why that's a problem with this game is because it seems like the enemies in the game that you have to stomp on and like dash into and stuff, it seems like they like blend into the background, so they are really hard to see. So that makes this game even harder than it has to. If I play this in a color Game Boy, it's fine, but playing it on this, it's actually really unplayable. But let's just say it's a good game though, but just not on original hardware. It's better on a color system or a Super Game Boy or something. So that's enough said. Next one here is Kirby's Pinball Land. This one is kind of like a Kirby adventure game, but like with a pinball sort of twist to it. It's pretty simple and pretty fun, I guess. I mean, it's fun for a little while. I'm not that much of a Kirby fan, so I'm not absolutely crazy about this one. It's good, but just not one of my favorites. Now we've got Motocross Maniacs. This one it's basically like a rip-off of Excite Bike, but this one's totally different because you can like go through loops. There's more variety of track, and also it's a lot harder too because there's a lot more hazardous areas where your bike can go and your bike can get stuck. So yeah, it's an Excite Bike ripoff, but with some more twists to it and all that other good stuff. So this is a really good game to own. You could find it for really cheap as well. Next one here is Tetris. This is the most commonly referred to original Game Boy game. Tetris on the go, can't go wrong with that. That's why that game was insanely popular on the Game Boy back in the day. Next one here, Super Mario Land. Now, as you can tell, this cart here is really in not that good condition. Like, the top of it's all messed up, but the bottom is, you know, flawless. I don't know why or how this got like this, but yeah, Super Mario Land. Really the first portable Mario game ever made, and this is really awesome. I love this game so much. The music in this one is so amazing too. Another thing I can really say about it, it's a lot different too, because Mario seems like he's so small compared to everything else. Like, the coin boxes are pretty tiny too, so it's like they took Shrink Ray and put it on Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom and everything. So great Mario game, great music, but it's kind of weird because everything's so tiny. One of the must-have Game Boy games. Next one here is F1 Race. This is like another NES ripoff. This is a lot like Rad Racer, but this one uses a special accessory called the Game Boy 4-way link cable. Yeah, that's it. You can link up to 4 Game Boys with this game and race. So that's kind of cool. I don't own a link cable or that 4-player adapter thing, but that would be pretty fun to play this multiplayer. But it's like Rad Racer, but they got more variety of courses, more cars to pick from. You know, it's just like Rad Racer, but with a little extra. That's pretty cool. Now we got Metroid 2: The Return of Samus. This is actually the first Metroid game I've ever played, and this is the one that really got me into the series. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Metroid franchise. The Metroid franchise is my favorite gaming franchise ever. So this is the first one I played. This is the one that got me hooked. So this game really says it all. Great Metroid game. If you're a fanatic of the series, I'm sure you already have this one. But if not, then you need to get it. Last game right here I have is Super Mario Land 2 6 Golded Coins. It's a lot different from the first one. This one reminds me a lot more of Super Mario World because there's an overworld map that you can, you know, go through. And, you know, the power-ups are kind of the same. The one power-up that I like is the one where you get the bunny ears and you can fly around and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. So, another interesting thing about this game, too, is you can pick from normal mode to easy mode, which is kind of strange for a Mario game. I've never seen any other Mario game that had that, so I think that's pretty unique. So that's it, guys. That's all my Game Boy games right there, that stack. So I'll give you a quick little overview. Super Mario Land 2, Metroid 2: The Return of Samus, F1 Race, Super Mario Land, Tetris, Motocross Maniacs, Kirby's Pinball Land, Donkey Kong Land, Super Breakout, and the last one, Ms. Pac-Man. So that's it, guys. I hope you like my original Game Boy collection right here. I'm definitely looking to expand on this collection a whole lot more. Now that I've got a job, I'm able to, you know, get some spare cash and I'll be able to buy some more games. So that's it, guys. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to be starting to do NES game reviews. Now, won't that be exciting? So, stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.